And right now on 4, transport policy is the main theme of tonight's Losing Track.
The new Passenger Transport Authority eventually decided to install the Metro, a light railway system which would make use of the existing British rail track bed. Newcastle had had an electric train service since 1903, but 60 years later, under the Beeching Plan, the electric lines were ripped out and diesel trains were substituted. The trains and stations were allowed to deteriorate and were in a very poor condition when the new authority took over. The planned network was 34 miles, with 4 miles underground. Although it mostly followed the old British Rail route, new tunnels and bridges had to be built.
The actual construction started towards the end of 1974 when we started to build the first tunnel section, and it came into operation in 1980. So the total construction from conception was roundly 10 years.
The Metro is a cross between a tram and a train. Although the technology is common in Europe, it was an innovation in Britain, where public transport was conventionally either a bus or a train. The Metro has many advantages over a heavier train, including smaller tunnels costing less to build, and the lighter trains have faster acceleration, which means they're quicker between stations. Time is also saved by simple ticketing. The area is divided into zones. Machines at the stations dispense tickets, which are valid for travel on both Metro and bus. This system improves integration. It does away with the need for passengers to buy separate tickets for a single journey requiring Metro and bus. No less than 9 bus stations are right next door to Metro stations. The system is designed so that passengers can change from bus to Metro with the minimum of inconvenience. 150,000 people use the Metro each day in the rush hours. 2/3 of these go on to complete their journey by bus, illustrating how the different forms of public transport complement each other rather than compete with each other. The Metro has revolutionized the journey to work. Commuters from suburbs 12 miles out can reach the city centre in 25 minutes, and for the majority, the journey is only about 10 minutes. The average fare is 30 pence. For most of the 34 miles, the Metro runs overground, travelling from the suburbs. A specially constructed bridge spans the Tyne from Gateshead to Newcastle. As the train approaches the city centre, the Metro goes underground, travelling through new tunnels serving 7 stations. The Metro isn't just an efficient way of getting around Tyneside. It's also intended to be pleasant and attractive for the passengers. A great deal of care has gone into the design of these stations. Special surfaces are used which defeat the graffiti artist. The stations with their bright interiors create a cheerful travelling environment. The Metro goes to many of the most important areas of Tyneside, including the industrial belt surrounding the dockyards and the busy shopping area. Newcastle's popular covered shopping complex is served by 2 underground stations. The Metro caters for people with disabilities and for parents with small children. All the 41 stations have either ramps or lifts, and at all ticket barriers there is at least one gate which is wide enough for wheelchairs. At weekends, the trains take day trippers and holiday makers out to the seaside. There's been a dramatic increase in the number of people visiting coastal resorts such as Whitley Bay or Tynemouth since the opening of the metro. The metro is more than just the backbone of the public transport system. It has become central to life on Tyneside.
What we hope to do is to increase the mobility in the northeast of England, to give people the confidence to travel further for leisure purposes, shopping purposes, to encourage people to go further to look for employment because employment was becoming difficult. So we were looking for greatly increased mobility at the same time that car ownership was increasing. But we also hope to produce a very integrated transport system, a system where the buses and the rail system fitted hand in glove very exactly.
Tyneside was one of the first passenger transport authorities. The second wave came with the creation of the metropolitan counties in 1974, following local government reorganisation.